The object is to bring the regions to a correct state. Wilhelm/Baines, in order to bring the country under discipline, Blofeld, to rectify the affairs of the various states comprising his realm. This passage implies that we may be compelled to resort to forceful measures, but that we should avoid chastising those who have been led to do harm by others. Ritzema/Karcher, using correcting the fiefdoms indeed. Clary 2, to bring correct order to the country. Wu, he does what is good for the country. Leg, line 6, dynamic and at the top of the figure, has the intelligence denoted by its trigrams in the highest degree, as well as his own proper vigor. Because of this, his achievements are great, and since his generous consideration is equally conspicuous, he falls into no error. Notes and paraphrases, Sue. The man is employed by the ruler to conduct punitive expeditions. He kills the ringleaders of the enemy, but spares the followers. He roots out the bad, but tolerates the relatively harmless. He avoids excessive punishments. So a reading ago, and then I think two readings ago as well, there was almost this idea of somebody becoming the anointed king, but then having to go hide in the landscape, basically, like be unseen for a time. And because it was not going to be well received in that period of time, likely by the king that was king before that. But then now it's as if that king is out in broad daylight, out in the open, and has successfully conquered his enemy, captured and killed the enemy ruler, and is now sorting out what to do with the followers, whether or not they're still in error or whether they are really not an issue and cannot be overly punished or punished at all necessarily. Wing, it is up to you to penetrate to the source of trouble in the situation and eradicate it. Act with moderation, however, in dealing with others who may have been duped into wrong thinking. Once the major problem is out of the way, order will reign. Note, this line may refer to a bad habit or character weakness. Editor, the image here is one of analysis, clarity as a function of logic. The idea is to sort out all the elements of the situation, remove the source of error, but retain the good elements. The peak of clarity is reached when one takes action based upon lucid differentiation between the defective or dangerous and the useful. And a quote from Wisdom 6, 4-7, if as administrators of his kingdom you have not governed justly, nor observed the law, nor behaved as God would have you behave, he will fall on you swiftly and terribly.